real excitement here for us, for me personally, and everybody that's in Turner Bikes, is this is our 20th anniversary. So 20 years ago, we came over here, we shared a 10x10 booth. It was in Vegas, and a lot has changed then. Some things haven't changed so much. We've had a 29er named the Sultan now for I don't know how many years, several. And there's one thing that big wheels do so well, and that is cover ground. There's no arguments. The 27.5 will never have the momentum carrying, the perceived feel of going fast like a 29er will. And the Sultan is our longer travel version of the big wheel bike. 125 in the back. We spec it with a 140 to get the geometry as you see on the spec sheet online. The bottom brackets 13.3 or so depending on the height of the tires. Good tire clearance. You can put big tires. I mean, this is a big tire and you can still get a hand down in there. You riders out there that have built the Sultan with 120 forks on it, a little lighter wheel set, parts kit, and you build that down, and it's a fun all-around trail bike. You can cross-country race on it occasionally. Certainly the longer distance stuff, it's very comfortable. But when it comes down to how it fits in the line, which is something I think that some of you guys would like to know based on what the posts on MTBR are, then it's a very different machine from the ground up. The Sultan and the Czar, 29-inch wheels, very different products. The Czar obviously made of carbon fiber, aimed at the racing set, whether it be the 90-minute crowd. You put some 2.1-inch tires on it, and crazy light, everything you can get. You put a 120 fork on it, jump a tire size or two. We've actually, my personal bike right now has 2.4 Continental X Kings on it, and there's still some room in there. So it has a whole different personality by changing the fork to a little bit more travel and a bigger tire. Didn't even bother changing the bar, the stem or anything, because by putting the longer fork on, raises the front end up a little and it becomes more of a performance trail bike. Imported from Taiwan, no ISCG tabs. The still has a 142 by 12, shares the same derailleur hanger and axle as all the other bikes in the line. Still has grease fittings on all the pivots, trying to cut down on the full rebuild schedule, just to be able to do greasing maintenance. All of our cable routing is exposed. We talked to a lot of the mechanics, a lot of you riders that have had bikes from other companies, similar products to this, with internal cable routing. And the biggest thing is putting it together is a pain in the ass. Then when you do your twice yearly replacement of cable housing, it's a pain in the ass. But then if you crash, and in some cases the cable housing goes into the frame in such a way that when you crash, it creates a, like a guillotine point. Now you've broken your housing and you're on a ride. So here, flows nice. You can run it. There's cable mounts on each side of the head tube. The reason we put them on the head tube on this bike, being a race or a performance pedaling bike, you can stand up more, more race-oriented type style of riding. And this keeps the cables from bulging out and hitting your thighs while you're standing up and attacking out of the saddle, or, running out of gears, getting up that last steep pitch. The geometry on this bike is 69.8 head angle with a 100mm fork. And the bottom bracket is 12.8 inches with a 2.2 tire on it. So obviously by dropping a tire size or going up a tire size, you can, and then of course you combine with a different fork, and you can easily get into the low 13s, which starts giving you some, decent pedal clearance for rough, rocky terrain. Thank you very much, all you riders that have supported Turner Bikes over the years. It means a lot to us. We try to give the best service possible and keep that, going on, reciprocating.